Welcome and thanks for tuning in. We have with us today Chris Merz. He is a loan officer at Academy Mortgage Corporation. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us today. I know we had you on our show earlier this year as a participant in our pilot program with the Howell Chamber, the member marketing membership program. So we're excited to have you back because you've got some new updates for us.
I sure do.
So one of the first things is that you are with a new company, and I'd love it if you could share a little bit of information on where you're at now.
Sure. So I transitioned to Academy Mortgage from my previous broker. And just to get this out of the way, my NMLS ID is 2019725. Corporate ID is 3113. So get that out of the way. No, Academy Mortgage, I love being there. And one of the reasons is we have a huge depth of products. We do the standard FHA conventional, we do VA loans, rural development loans, down payment assistance, we do rehab loans, we also do construction loans and commercial loans. So I've got a huge portfolio of products that I can offer to my clients. Specifically, I know we talked before, I am a vet. I've used my VA benefits quite a bit. I love helping other vets to use their benefits. Those benefits, if they've never used them before, it's a great opportunity for them to get in a house, zero down. They can get seller's concessions to help offset closing costs. It's a really easy way for vets to get into that. If they have used their VA loan before, we can actually get in there and look at it and talk about doing an interest rate reduction loan. It's a really super streamlined process from the VA. It reduces their payment, reduces their interest rate, very little paperwork, no qualification because they already have the VA loan. So it's a great option for vets as well if they already have an existing VA loan. The other product I really like is our rural development, and almost all of Livingston County qualifies for rural development loans. And that's put on by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, and it is a zero down payment program as well. There are some limitations to it, income, assets, but if you qualify for that program, it's a great opportunity for people to get into a house. And the last one is our down payment assistance programs. Academy does a lot of down payment assistance programs through MISHDA, which is the Michigan State Housing Development Authority. And they have guaranteed down payment assistance plans of $7,500 or $10,000 for select zip codes. And all of these I would be more than happy to talk about with anybody, and if they want to do an application, we can get in there and we can find out which programs they qualify for and what would make the most sense for them and their financial picture.
Fantastic. Wow, it sounds like you've got some really interesting products to offer of just about anyone.
Yes.
Okay.
We've got something for everybody. Yeah.
I love that, and I think that that's really great to have you on today. Just kind of share a little bit about the information in that process, and specifically how you can help the different, I guess, demographics or makeup of our community. Which I had no idea that almost pretty much anywhere in Livingston County you could apply for the rural mortgage assistance program.
Yep.
That's pretty outstanding. So I know that you wanted to talk maybe a little bit more about the VA loans. Is there anything else that you wanted to share on those? I know you shared a lot of information.
No, actually, we already covered that. So.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything else you wanted to add there. No, I think that's a great program, and it sounds like there's a lot of opportunity there, especially for now they can, for those loans, correct me if I'm wrong, can they utilize them anywhere? It's not geographically based.
No, so VA is a benefit offered to any veteran, and there are certain limits to loan amounts based on our geography.
Okay.
Most of the areas in Michigan follow in line with Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, their lending guidelines, max loan amounts, and things like that. But it's a great program.
Do those programs still allow you to be competitive in today's market?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of misconception about specifically VA loans. A lot of lenders think that there's all these extra conditions on it, that, hey, it's going to be a lot harder for my sellers to get through this process, and it's just not true at all. VA loans are actually some of the best loans out there. They're guaranteed by the government. There is an inspection, but it's no different than an FHA inspection, and they're really great programs, and I really recommend it for any vet that's out there.
Absolutely. Sounds like a great program. Well, I'm happy that we could be a myth buster for you today and bust that myth.
Yeah, great question.
Yeah, so I want to talk a little bit about rates today
Uh-huh.
too. So can you share with us a little bit about what you're seeing with rates?
Yeah.
And
So in general, rates are holding steady. There's a little bit of fluctuation up and down day to day, but there's not been a big move that I've seen recently. That being said, there's a lot of online sources that people go to, and they get ads presented to them that, oh, hey, I can get this really great low rate. And there's always a caveat to that. Those rates usually come with points that they have to pay, which increases the closing costs to get the advertised rate. Really, the only time you're going to get super accurate information on rates is when you get a locked loan estimate. Once a mortgage company or loan officer locks in a rate and sends out that loan estimate, we are then bound by that by law. We can only vary a certain percentage from what those numbers are. So when you see cost quotes from other lenders, if it's not a loan estimate or a locked loan estimate, they are subject to change. So I encourage everybody to shop around. You can shop around for a mortgage in a 30-day period, and it won't affect your credit. And the credit bureaus expect people to shop around for mortgage. It's usually one of the biggest purchases somebody's ever going to make. So it pays to shop around. You go to different auto dealers to get the best price on a car. Go to different lenders. You're going to fit better with some lenders than others. It's a lot about the relationship. And usually all of the lenders, we get the same rate from the government. So we're going to be pretty close. And it all comes down to if we're going to pay points to bring that rate down. Sometimes we can get a competitive advantage here or there, but in the end, the rates are all going to be pretty much the same.
Interesting. So with the rates being where they're at right now, I'm not really aware what kind of rates are standing right now, but are you anticipating rates to go up in the near future?
So the prognosticators, the people that research this are a lot smarter than I am. They are looking over the next year for rates to go up slightly.
Okay.
The last one that I'd like to reference, the chief economist for the National Association of Realtors, he said the rates are expected to go up about 0.5% to 1% over the next year. He expects home prices and values to continue to climb, but at a slower rate than they have been. So historically, they've been going up 10 to 20% over the last year, which is a lot. There's some other statistics about that, but I'll let the realtors handle that one. But he is expecting them to come over the next year to slow down a little bit and only increase, 5 to 8%, and that's nationally, not just specifically here in Michigan. So that being said, everybody's like, well, I'm going to wait. I don't want to do anything. I want to wait till next year. I'm going to wait for the market to crash. Well, the market crash is kind of like Tom Brady's career. We're all waiting for him to lose, and he hasn't done it yet. So,
oh, that was good.
Yeah. So just an example, a quick example on that. If you were to look at a $350,000 house today, and you were getting a 3.5% rate over a 30-year loan, your principal and interest payment would be $1,571 and some change. Next year, let's say the market goes down, values come down, a $300,000 house with the rates going up 1% to 4.5%. On a 30-year loan, your principal and interest payment would be $1,520. So you've lost $50,000 in purchasing power because the home values have come down. But with that higher interest rate, you're only going to qualify for the $300 versus the $350. Your payment difference is $51.
Interesting.
So you could wait. You're not going to be able to get as much house as you could now. So the moral of that story is buy when rates are low, not when the prices are low.
So, and I know this might be a little more on the realtor side too. So with that being said, inventory seems to still be kind of an issue. Are you still seeing that, or?
So there's a misconception, but if you look at the statistics, overall in Livingston, Oakland, Genesee, the three areas around here, we're actually selling more houses than last year, but they're staying on the market less days.
Okay.
So they're moving more inventory faster, basically. So there isn't really a shortage There's just a lot of people that are qualified, and when houses come up at the right price, they're just being bought really fast. So,
yeah, that's interesting. I know we've had 3 in our neighborhood sell within like 24, 48 hours.
oh yeah, and usually there's multiple offers. So if it's priced right, they're moving fast.
Yeah.
Which brings me back around on my side of things. If you're not pre-approved, you can't really go look at houses, because by the time you see a house, fall in love with it, and then go get pre-approved, it's going to be sold, and you're going to get your heart broken.
Yeah, absolutely. And we know that this can be, I'm sure you've dealt with many clients. It's an emotional process.
Oh, very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't want any broken hearts out there.
No, no, no.
So we touched a little bit on why somebody should buy now, and I think that you made some really valid points there. So there as you mentioned, just to recap real quickly, they're anticipating a rise in
Yes.
home prices, continuing to rise.
Yeah, so they're going to go up. They're just not going to go up as steep as they've been going up.
Okay, so that might level off a little bit.
Yep.
And as far as how quickly things have
Correct.
been.
Yeah.
We need that.
It's been crazy.
It has been crazy. So, okay, good to know. So a little bit too, you wanted to talk today, I was hoping you could share with listeners a little bit about your Realtor Partners.
Yeah. So I've got a great group of realtors that I work with from all different areas. So if you don't currently work with a realtor, I can refer you out to some great professionals out there. But specifically to realtors are out there, loan officers, we like to partner with them, and realtors are always looking for, kind of the give and take with us. Can we refer partners back to them, which, we have leads we can hand out to them, as well as them bringing clients to us. Because everybody wants to go look at the house first. They don't want to go talk about finances and get pre-approved. They're like, oh, see this house I found online. They call the realtor, and the realtor's like, hey, you need to get pre-approved. So it's just the nature of it. Everybody's excited about the new purchase, not, hey, I got to go talk about money. So, but for my realtor partners, I really like to be a partner with them, and more than just, here, I'm going to hand you a client every once in a while. I help to grow their business. And I do that a number of different ways. I like to promote open houses with them. I'll co-host with them for some of their listings. Every week I ask my realtor partners, hey, do you have any new listings? Do you have any old listings you need help promoted? And then I go on to my social networks, and I help promote their business. So, and that way I can give back to them and help their business grow, which in turn helps them out.
Yes, a nice reciprocation there.
Exactly.
And that's what a
Yeah.
partnership is.
Right,
so.
right.
Awesome. Well, Chris, thank you so much for all the information you've shared today. You're clearly well versed in many areas and product lines. So if somebody wants to contact you to get this process started, how might they go about doing that?
Sure. They can call me directly, 248-342-6543. They can send me an email, chris.merz, M-E-R-Z, @academymortgage.com. Or they can go right onto my website and they can download a link to apply online or on their phone. And that's academymortgage.com/Chris Merz with no space.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for joining us today, Chris. Good luck out there. I know it's been kind of wild.
It is.
So, but obviously with Chris, you're in great hands. So thank you again. Any last bit of information you'd like to share with listeners today?
No, that was enough.
It was a lot. So awesome. Well, up next we will have a special guest from Crystal Gardens. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back shortly.